EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They send him right out of the slot. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop. Third down and 9. Jackson out of the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds up past the 35-yard line. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A give. Here's Benson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play. Jackson now on 2nd down.
That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
A good spot here, second and a yard. McBride is the motion man. On second down, it's Benson. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. Pistol formation with Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Richardson to throw here on first and 10. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's Richardson. He's going to run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
now a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
A run out of the gun with Benson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2nd down and 8.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
3rd and 5. On the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Get this stop, defense. Defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In the pistol, Jackson ready. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Second down, Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. Now he's loose down the right sideline. That's number 40 on the season for him.
Ready?
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Now it is 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And this time, he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Next to score, Cardinals 14, Colts 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Richardson operating from the pistol. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Throwing is Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Jackson. Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want a repeat of 1st down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And move this forward out to the 29-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
A throw right side is intercepted. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Will start on the ground, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, Jackson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Down the sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happened so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. This is Carter for 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point is good, and the Cardinals will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Richardson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for the rest.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The extra point is up and through. And the Cardinals are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It is a big gain for Arizona. 32 yards. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Second and 10, Jackson to throw again. That is caught by the tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
First and 10. They'll run on first down with Taylor. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Open man, right side. He's got it. That is catch number 60 for the season. On first down, it's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. Richardson. Throwing right. It's taken in. Ooh. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. The Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they are into the end zone for the 1st time today. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cardinals 35, Colts 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down as the tackle's made at the 36.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, They have no answer.
A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that, really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He's going to take a shot down the field.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion right. Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
3rd and 9. Play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 2nd and 12. A short one here, caught by McBride. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Now a give running left with Taylor. And this one's not going to help the cause. He is going backward. Tackled back at the 8.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December. They continue to be